Hello everyone, welcome to the Dech Mech tutorial, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make the little steerable bipedal mech that I recently made. And I'm gonna go for a little bit of a simplified version so that the concept is a little easier to follow. Yeah, first off, we're gonna want to do is make a little holder that is the same size as the seat, but with a little bit of a lip in front. Now what we want to do is place some bearings in the center, and these will be the hips. And after that, want some sensors to control the foot movement, which allows it to turn left and right. And those you want to place like this. My worker duck. This one just needs a single bearing in front of it, like so. You can expand this as much as you like. Just make sure that the legs are on the sides and have enough clearance to move around. Let's place our worker duck there, and we're gonna eventually hook this up to the pilot seat so that when this turns left, this activates, and when this turns right, this activates. And that's gonna turn the feet at the bottom. For now, let's get controller. Two, in fact. They each need their own independent one. And should be fine. Okay, let's connect this one to the left, this one to the right. Should be fine. Now we need some thruster, sensors to control the thrusters, and we will set these up like so. We'll need more worker ducks, right? And these are gonna control the order the feet thrusters activate. So yeah. Now for the most important part, this will be the master controller, and this will control the forward movement and the pattern it takes. Okay. So I believe we want to block this off so that this doesn't activate this right there. Here, let's place this right here and here. So the hips are done. Need more controllers. And I'm gonna make it stubby just because. You can make it about as tall as you want if you balance it out, which requires a bit of trial and error. But for now, let's make a simple version. Okay, these will be the knee joints. Now let's place the feet. Okay. and these will be the only ones that require double bearings. And these, I believe, are the ones you want to connect to these controllers. So this is the left side, so we control it to the left side. Right side is to the right side. And I believe we want these to be flipping the same way towards the inside. Yes, that is the way it turns. Now we connect the main controller to the left leg. It should be from the bottom up. So it should be 1, 2, and 3. Now for the right leg, it should be 4, 5, and 6. Like so. Now these are the thruster control mechanisms. And 7 will control the left leg, and 8 will control the right leg. I'm gonna flip that one so it's going inside. The reason for that is you want these ducklings to be activating these when they're supposed to. So both of them have to be going towards the inside. Key. Did that. Let's add in the thruster feet. And they need about 4 blocks clearance, so okay. So like so. Just enough to house the thrusters. Okay, let's hook them up to their correct sides. Like so. Okay. And let's add a little bit of more weight. Probably could turn them down a little bit, because they tend to make your bot slide a bit if it doesn't have enough weight on the bottom. Another thing that makes it slide is having the mass surrounding it be uneven. So if you leave it like this, it's probably gonna start drifting to the left. So we wanna even it out on all sides, because symmetry. Okay, seems about right. Now we gotta go up here and cap off the top. And the reason you want to cap it off is because if you don't, the thrusters underneath the seat will tend to activate once you get on the seat. And that is something you do not want. Okay, let's place the seats. Yep, going forward like so. Let's connect it to this bearing and flip it. And I believe the leg bearings, you want to have all the blue arrows so that they're going forward. So let's do that. Those are right. And flip those two. Okay, should be doing good. Now let's get the button to test out the movements. And this one we're gonna, once we're finished, we're gonna connect straight to the pilot seat. But for now, we're gonna use this button to test the movement. And I believe we're gonna have, these are the thruster controllers. So now that should be activated. And if we turn this one on, okay, that seems to be working properly. First up, you want the knee on the left leg this way, and we want to counteract it by having the hip go that way. Okay, so it should be like so. Now for the right leg, want to counteract these. So I'm gonna have the footsie go that way and the knee go that way. So the hip should be straight on this side. Okay, so far the left leg should be standing forward, and I believe we already want to activate the thruster on that. Okay, so that's step 1, and from there, step 2, wanna counteract the knee. And something you want to keep in mind is that these 3 numbers are for the left leg, and these 3 are for the right leg. And what you want to also keep in mind is that in the legs, you're always going to have a counteracting force. Well, a counteracting turn, rather. So you can see these are counteracting each other. And on these lines, whatever step is next will always have to be a counteracting force as well. Even if there's a 0 like in the middle right here, if there's a like a 45 degree here and a 0 here, you're kind of fucking up the system, so keep that in mind. But first we want to turn the hip like that, and we want to counteract this one, and leave. I want to turn the foot back on that one, and we actually want to move the hip now. Leave that is right. Let's turn it on. Needs more power. Probably standard is probably fine. It seems about right. If it's a fixed lighting, you just have to add a little bit more weight, and it also helps balancing out thrusters a bit better, which is a little bit hard to do with only 2. But yeah, seems to be working properly now. Okay, so now this leg is straight, so we want to curve it in a way that it makes this leg clamp down. And in order to do that, I want to turn the foot and the knee like so. Okay, now that's clamped down. What I want to do now is turn the thruster on the left off and switch it over to the right leg so that it clamps down. Okay. Be working properly. Okay. Now from there, we want to turn the foot on this one and turn the hip on that one. Yeah. And on the right leg, I believe I turn the hip back. No, this is the hip. The knee, I mean. This is the hip. Can't believe that's right. Okay, now it's standing on one foot. And I forgot to turn on the power for these. Okay. Actually, activate it. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Now we want to repeat the step from the other side. Since this is straight, I want to make it so that it curves to clamp this down. So, I believe I want to turn the foot and the knee. Okay, let's clamp down now. And now we want to reverse the thrusters again. So we're reactivating the left leg and deactivating the right leg. And I believe that is it. We are now back to square one. Let's test that out. Okay. So that should actually cycle properly now. Let's actually activate cycling. Alright, that is working properly. And let's remove the button. And as you can see, it has reverse mode as well. Okay, let's connect it directly to the seat now that we know it works. And now we could move forward at will, as well as backwards. Okay. Probably should remember to cycle. Okay, that works properly. Okay, for feet, in order to turn. Okay, so This one is the left side. Okay. Okay, we want to have both legs turned to the inside. 90 degrees. And if you haven't figured out, this is just how it starts out, and this should be the cycle. Let's test it out. Okay. Okay. Now, since this is kind of an early model, the steering is a bit weird, but it's surprisingly easy to get used to, kind of like riding a bike. And basically what you want to keep an eye for is whatever side the thruster is activated on is the side you could turn to. So if it's activated on the right, you could turn to the right. And what you want to do is once you turned, you have to release it once the other side turns on in order to turn, because if you keep it on, it's not going to turn. As you can see right there. So let's turn right again. It's activated now. We can turn now. It's on. Release. That's basically all there is to it. Yeah, it's not exactly the most efficient way of transportation, but it is pretty hilarious. And that's really all that matters, right? But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good day.